The next topic we have to cover is entropy. And entropy is something we have not talked about in class yet, but it is a measure of randomness or disorder. If it shows up in the multiple choice section of the exam, it will be a very straightforward question. And all entropy is looking at is, do you understand the arrangement of atoms in a solid, liquid, and gas phase? So if I were to ask all of you to draw a solid particle diagram, almost all of your diagrams would look identical. You would draw a box with 12 circles sitting in a square rectangle shape at the bottom of the box. That allows you to account for iodine, which is a diatomic in the solid phase, and all other solid particles. If I asked you to draw a liquid particle diagram, then the particles would spread out along the bottom of the box, and maybe some of your pictures would differ from each other a little bit more. And if I were to ask you to draw a gas particle diagram, we would actually have two different versions of that depending on which gas was asked. If they asked krypton, you would need to know that krypton is a monatomic gas, and therefore there should be, let's say they said 5 circles randomly scattered throughout the box. Very rarely would you find 2 answers that would be the same. If they asked for oxygen, you would be required to understand that oxygen is a diatomic gas in which you would have 2 identical particles touching each other, and that would make 1 molecule of oxygen gas. So you would draw 5 sets of them, 10 circles total, and again, all of your answers would vary from one another. So if I looked at your answers from solid to liquid to gas, your entropy or randomness of your answer would increase. That's exactly how it's like in the concept. Once you go from a solid to a liquid to a gas, your entropy is increasing. You are getting less ordered, okay? And if you were to go from a gas to a liquid to a solid, you would be decreasing in entropy and you would be gaining more order. So I hope that helps clear it up. You should be looking at the phases of matter next to either elements or compounds in the question to get that answer right, okay? Let me know if you have any other questions.